Hi. Here we have a man goes to a place. So let's say he goes from point A to another point B. While going, he goes at the rate of 8 kilometers per hour. That's the speed. And he comes back on a bicycle at a speed of 32 kilometers per hour. So while going, he is going at a slower speed, and while coming, he is coming at a higher speed. The question is, what is his average speed for the entire journey? Now, the average speed can be calculated as total distance traveled upon total time taken, right? So, for that, we need to know the distance between A and B that we don't know. So, let's assume that the distance between A and B is d kilometers. So, while going, he travels d kilometers, and while coming also, he travels d kilometers. So, average speed is the total distance traveled. Now, to make things easy, you can also assume some value of d. And the best thing would be to assume value of d as LCM of 8 and 32. LCM of 8 and 32 is 32 itself. So let's assume d is 32 kilometers. So while going, he travels 32 kilometers. While coming, he travels 32 kilometers. We can also solve it using d. No issues with that. If you are comfortable with variables, you can assume d. Or if you are more comfortable with numbers, you can assume the value of d to be 32. So the total distance traveled now becomes 64 kilometers divided by the total time taken. That's how we calculate average speed. Now the total time taken will be the time taken to go from A to B, and then the time taken to come back from B to A. So time taken to go from A to B is distance traveled upon speed, 32 by 8. And the time taken to come back will be distance traveled, 32 upon speed, 32. Okay. So this becomes 64 upon 32 by 8 is 4, 32 by 32 is 1, 4 plus 1 is 5. So 64 kilometers is travelled in a total of 5 hours. So the average speed is 64 by 5. This comes out to be 12.8 kilometers per hour. So the average speed is option B, 12.8 kilometers per hour.